Terry, Griff here. How are you?
Great. Doing great. How about you?
Yeah, we're doing good. We appreciate you hanging out with us. You're a Smashmouth kind of guy. We love the 3-star guys that are considering things. Tell us, take us through an offer for a preferred walk-on. What is that like? Because I know you're getting offers from other people. So kind of tell us your thinking and what's going on here.
Well, I'm going to start off chronologically. Well, I came to Alabama. I've been talking to Alabama since my 9th grade year. I've been talking to Jody Wright, their former director of player personnel. He just left, went back to UAB, but I've been talking to him since my 9th grade, and ever since my 9th grade, him and former coach, wide receivers, Billy Napier, was very interested in me. And they've always wanted me to come for a visit, but unfortunately, we never could come until the summer before my 11th grade year. So I came to work out during the offensive line, defensive line camp, and I did pretty good. I ran a 4.73 laser 40, and they pretty much like that for the type of guy I am. And so they offered me a preferred walk-on due to Trey Sanders being committed at that time, the number 1 running back in class 2019. So they didn't have any more scholarships available for running backs since 3 or 4 running backs in front of me. So they just offered me what they could, but they were very interested in me. At the time, they seemed to love me, and I just came back from Alabama about a couple of days ago, last weekend, and there I did very well. I went undefeated in the 1-on-1. I did very, very great in the running. Ran a 4.68 laser time 40, which is about a 4.4 hand time, and so they stick to the preferred walk-on due to Trey Sanders still having Alabama as his number 1 choice. And so I'm just very glad that the number 1 school in the nation wants me to help them win championships. But my perspective about it is I'm pretty confident in it. All I gotta do is just show up and compete. I'm trusting God in the process. And ever since I was little, I've always asked God for an opportunity to play Division I football at a high level. And so ever since I got this offer to the number 1 football team in America, it just really humbled me, and I'm really excited. I can't wait to be a part of it.
Well, you're a wise kid, and we appreciate you joining us. I tell you, this thing could go a lot of ways, because as soon as even an offer like this, as you know, I'm going to guess your phone starts blowing up, because if you get a preferred walk-on look at Alabama, then all these other schools start offering. I'm going to guess Jody has called you from UAB. I'm going to guess Napier from Louisiana Lafayette, as you know, has called you.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure Arkansas State and Memphis. I'm just naming schools I think are probably after.
Oh, yes. Yes, sir. In fact, I talked to Jody about 2 weeks ago at Memphis. He said he's looking at me to be a part of UAB, and me and Memphis have strong ties. And Arkansas State has contacted me a couple of times, and me and Bill and Napier, we have conversations on and off here and down there. But yeah, a bunch of schools have been looking at me, and Howard has offered me a full ride about 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So a bunch of schools have been contacting me, but hey, it's going pretty well for me.
Yeah, I mean, so your deal's different, and this is what I want folks listening in to understand. That's why we had you on, because if I'm sitting over, like we had Nakobe Dean on last week. He's the number 1 linebacker in the country, so he's over there deciding between Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, Auburn. Yeah, and that's a lot of guys we have on. But here you are. You've got a way, as of today, preferred walk-on at the number 1 school in America, as you said, and you're viewing that correctly. But also, hey, full ride to Howard, an incredible academic institution that's put out some players. Okay, Arkansas State's calling me. Memphis is calling me. UAB's calling me. So I've got full rides there, which is still Division I football. But here I got the number 1 team in the land saying you're good enough to be a preferred walk-on. You've got to weigh a bunch of different factors that involve money, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So how do you try to handle that decision with your mom, your family, and everybody else?
Well, my parents don't. They always talk about having full scholarships and everything, and they're at this point they're pretty okay with it, because like people have talked to them about the situation. I mean, for me, my situation is, okay, the number one running back, got 4-star and 5-star running backs in front of me that are committed. Like Keelan Robinson, he committed yesterday, that 4-star running back. Yeah, he committed yesterday, and so he was like number 2 on their board for 2019. So, I mean, I got all these running backs in front of me, but only a couple of them want to commit. But for me, my situation is I'm only going to be a preferred walk-on for 1 year when the depth of running back decreases and it goes back to like 3-2 running backs in front of me. Then they'll offer me a full ride. They just offer me a preferred walk-on because they didn't have no more scholarships available. And at that time, they had Trey Sanders committed and all that. But my family, at first they were like, Terry, why do you want to go to preferred walk-on? Look for a school that's going to offer you some money for full ride. I mean, but like, I've just been looking for this opportunity my whole entire life. Like, ever since, like, my 5th grade year, I always watched kids on the internet, kids getting offered scholarships of 5th grade, 6th grade year, 7th grade year, 8th grade year. And I've always looked at it like, I mean, I'm as good as those 4-star and 5-star recruits. Why can't I be getting all this recognition? Why can't I be getting all these offers? And so I just pray to God every single day about a chance to play Division I football. No matter if it's a scholarship, preferred walk-on, I've always heard that a chance to play Division I football after high school is a blessing. No matter what, a chance to put on pads after high school is a blessing. So, I mean, I'm just, like I said, I'm just looking for God in the process. I'm trusting Him, and when I go to Alabama, I just plan on competing. That's all.
All right, so let me give you some confidence right now. Not that you need it, because you sound like my kind of guy, a confident guy. Here are 3-star guys that went to Alabama. You ready for a little list? And you may not even know these guys, but I'm going to tell you briefly about them. And this is for people listening in, too. DJ Hall was a 3-star guy, okay? DJ Hall, as a junior, went over 1,000 yards receiving, 57 catches. Then he had 63 catches his last year. I think Puig, he's top 5 all-time in Bama catches. Ramsey Robinson was drafted by the Detroit Lions in the 7th round of the draft. Ended up obviously playing at Alabama. It was a really good player at Alabama. Brad Smelly became a key member of Alabama as a 3-star out of a private school and was drafted by the Cleveland Browns. Darius Hanks had offers from UAB, Houston, East Carolina, Kent State, Ohio. He comes to Alabama. You know what he does? In 45 games, he's got 84 catches, 58 his last 2 years, 1,150 career receiving yards, and 7 touchdowns. Solid players that helped Alabama win games. Marquise Mays was a 3-star. And you probably never heard of these guys, but Alabama fans are going, wow, I didn't realize those guys were 3-stars. It can happen, is my point, what you're talking about. So,
and like I've always looked at it, I mean, like I said, a chance to play Division I football after high school is a blessing, but I've always heard about kids getting off from Alabama that ain't even no star, 3-star. I mean, it just doesn't matter. Nick Saban just wants the best to play on his football team. No doubt about it. Like, you know, Jordan Jones, when they plays for Arkansas right now.
Sure.
Yeah, yes, sir. He got an offer by Alabama. He was just a 3-star at the time. And like I look at, sir.
No, go ahead.
And I've always looked at guys like Levi Wallace. Levi Wallace was a preferred walk-on. I mean, nobody didn't even give him a chance at Alabama. But look, he went on as a preferred walk-on, got an offer after his first year, dominated at cornerback, and now look, he's in the NFL right now. And the NFL draft, I think Alabama sent about 12 players to the NFL draft. Had 2 or 3 on preferred walk-ons that were there now in the NFL draft. Now in the NFL, so like I just look at it like that, and anything can happen.
No doubt at all. Our guest for a few minutes here is Terry Lambert out of Magnolia High School, 3-star athlete out of Arkansas. He's preferred walk-on Alabama. He's got offers from other schools, but really considering the Tide. Let me throw another name out there, Kevin Norwood, who just recently left 2, 3, 4 years ago, had 67 catches, 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns in his last 2 years, voted permanent team captain. So he went from a 3-star to getting his hands and feet permanently in the cement at at Denny Chimes. Vinny Sinceri, who went on to play in the NFL, went as a junior to the NFL, was a 3-star. So, again, for folks listening in, that's what we're talking about. So when you said that Alabama would probably put you on scholarship if you went there after your first year or so, whenever that happens, is that a promise they made? Because I find it hard to believe they can guarantee, or do they say that's what we would like to do as it works out?
To me, it's like a promise, because I've had cousins, I've had other friends that went to schools that prefer walk-ons in my certain situation, and the same thing happened to them. Like Deshaun Goulart he's from Arkansas. You probably don't know him. He's a 3-star wide receiver. He went to Arkansas, and he went to Arkansas as a preferred walk-on, but in his situation is the same as mine. I mean, Arkansas had gained a lot of receivers and tight ends, so they offered him a preferred walk-on. He graduated in 2017, but now he's on scholarship. So like I'm just going off what my other cousins and friends have gone through, and so Alabama seems like a promise that after 1 year of being on preferred walk-on, then I can get a scholarship because of the depth at running back. That's the whole problem with the depth at running back that kept me as a preferred walk-on instead of a full ride.
Yeah. And go ahead.
Oh yeah, and they also are trying to look at me as a slot receiver and kick return.
Yeah, and that your flexibility is what I think grabs them too, and your attitude that, hey, I just want to play.
Yes,
you know, is going to serve you well. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, and I'm thinking the fact that you can play quarterback makes you more valuable too. You know, you have played and taken snaps at quarterback. That helps you not only become a wide receiver or even a defensive back or whatever, but it also gives insurance that if disaster happens, we've got a guy here that's taken snaps as a quarterback. So how do you view yourself? What do they say to you? What do you say? Because it sounds like running back to me, but what do you think?
Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point. Whatever Nick Saban wants me as, that's what I'm gonna go. I'll just be happy to be a part of the dynasty and continue the rich tradition of hard work and competing for championships. So I'm just all in for it. It wouldn't even matter if Nick Saban wanted me as a center. I'll be all down for it.
A center. What is your size right now, T?
I'm about 5'9" or 5'10". Last time I checked, it was 5'10", 195.
And you said a 4.4 hand time in the last few days,
sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir. 4.42.
I got you. So is the decision done? I mean, is this it? Or, I mean, you sound pretty sure, and I'm not trying to buttonhole you here because, I mean, I know you can change your mind tomorrow, but just tell me where your mind is right now.
As of right now, I'm really like interested in Alabama. If I was to graduate high school right now, like if it was my time to sign right now, I would definitely choose Alabama. As of right now, like right now, I'm just fully in all for it. It seems like God's answering my prayers, so I'm pretty interested in the situation, and I'm all for it.
Will you wait till December to see what happens, or I guess you can if you end up being a preferred walk-on? But what is your time frame if you even have one?
Yes, sir. I'll wait till December, and I talked to the coaches last Saturday about the preferred walk-on spot, commit and all that, and they said for me, I have to wait to get accepted into the admissions first, and it opens July 1st, and I won't get my SAT scores back till about 2 weeks from now, so I'll just wait for all that to happen.